Have you ever looked around the office and thought, how is everyone else handling this? Because everyone has the same meetings, the same email, the same interruptions, the same deadlines. So, why do some people seem completely overwhelmed while others don't? For years, I thought the answer was personality or experience, or maybe some people were just naturally organized. But after teaching thousands of office professionals, I started noticing something really interesting. People weren't overwhelmed for the same reasons, they were overwhelmed in different ways. And once I realized that, everything started making sense. Last week, we talked about invisible work, the remembering, the deciding, the switching, the recovering after interruptions. Every office professional does all four. But here's the part that changed everything for me. One of those invisible jobs usually works overtime, and it's different for everyone. That's what shapes your workday. That's why your coworker feels exhausted by meetings while you barely notice them, and why you can spend an hour answering emails while someone else is completely stressed about making decisions. Your brain has a favorite way of getting overwhelmed. I remember teaching a time management class where two people stayed after. One woman said, I never finish anything because people interrupt me all day. A minute later, another person walked up and said, my problem isn't interruptions, it's that I have 50 things in my head at once. Same class, same company, completely different experience. That's when I realized there wasn't one kind of overwhelm. There were patterns. Some people spend the day putting out fires. Their calendar has other ideas. Their coworkers have emergencies. Their inbox keeps making new plans. Every day feels reactive. When they finally get a quiet moment, the day is almost over. I call this person the firefighter. Other people carry everything, every follow up, every reminder, every unfinished task. Their brain never clocks out. Even watching TV, part of their brain is still making a to-do list. That's the juggler. Some people actually have a plan, a beautiful one. Then a meeting gets added. A deadline changes. Someone says, can we make this a priority instead? They spend the day constantly rearranging, not because they like planning, because reality won't stop moving. That's the planner. Then there are the people who just want one uninterrupted hour. That's all, 1 hour. Instead, email, Teams, phone, coworker, meeting, repeat. By the end of the day, they've started 10 things and finished 2. That's the focus seeker. Here's the important part. None of these are flaws. None of them mean you're bad at productivity. They're simply the way your workday creates invisible work. Once you know your pattern, you stop trying advice that was designed for somebody else. And that's exactly why I created the Workday Type Diagnostic. Not to put people into little boxes, to help them understand why work feels the way it does. Because once you understand the reason, finding the right solution becomes so much easier. If you've already taken the diagnostic, I'd love to know. Did it describe your workday, or were you surprised? And if you haven't taken it yet, I'll put the link in the description below. I'm really curious which workday type you get, because work doesn't have to feel this heavy. Sometimes you just need to understand why it feels heavy in the first place.